Hey y'all, welcome back to Essentially Ebony. I am Ebony and thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Okay, so if you have already, thank you guys for subscribing, liking, and sharing. If you have not, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay? Let's dive right in. Now, as you guys can see, I have a story time for you today. I don't know why I enjoy doing story times here lately. I get a lot of feedback from you guys saying how you're inspired by my stories and to keep going. And I'm just like, wow, God, that's crazy. You guys are getting inspired by little old me. So, yes, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, the other day, I had someone to comment under one of my videos, and she had asked me before my entrepreneur days, did I ever experience a loss in possessions? So immediately I'm like, no, I don't think so. I don't, not that I can recall. I don't think I did. I experienced some hardships, but I don't think I had a loss. Um, and later that evening, God brought it back to my remembrance. Like, yes, you did. Girl, you lost your job. You remember that? And I was like, yes, I did. I lost my employment. I lost income. And it was I really believe that's what kind of prepared me and developed me during that season of that loss. I believe it was preparation for where I am today. So that is what I want to share with you guys today about that season I was in and how you have to pay attention to access. Okay, and I'm going to break that down to you guys. Just stay with me, and I promise, guys, how I end up with my story times. It's always a good revelation for you to apply to your own life. Okay, so just to start, guys, I was a tailor. I was working at this credit union, a small, black owned credit union in a small town. And it was just me and one other tailor. And I loved the job, but I felt oh my God, what in the world was I saying? I felt a divine discontent, if that makes sense. I felt like my flesh loved the job because it was easy, it was laid back. We were on Facebook all day. We was on YouTube all day. We was sitting back chilling, okay? But my spirit was like, no. Like I felt like God was saying, no, I have something better for you. And that's where I was. Like the job was just too easy. I felt like I wasn't growing. It ain't no felt like I wasn't growing. It was not challenging. I didn't see any growth in the company. I didn't see any chances of me being promoted or anything of that nature. Also, I was only making $7.25 an hour. And I thought that was good money. What in the world? Like who, looking back, that won't no good money. You know what I'm saying? So all of those factors, guys. So it started to rumor that the branch was going to be closing due to financial, situations. So, you know, and it also began to rumor that, one of the tailors would be let go of. And, you know, it would be me because the other tailor had, more seniority than I did. And I think I was only there maybe maybe 2 years, I think. So of course they're gonna let me go because I'm the newcomer. So, and we was right. So I'll never forget it, guys. That week the district manager came down. He called me into the office and he was like, "Look, we thank you for your services, but we're gonna have to let you go. We wish you well. Yada yada yada." He handed me the slip. It was over. I was like, wow. I mean, I knew it was coming, but for it to actually hit like that, it was different. So from that day forward, guys, I can't describe the feeling. It was just a feeling of knowing, okay, you're about to be on a whole new journey, pay attention. Okay. So immediately that next week, of course, I'm looking for jobs. And during that time, guys, it was a very popular season of working from home. I did a lot of work at home jobs and I got on pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, I think I was doing one of them before I was even laid off. Like I was doing it like kind of part time, but now that I was laid off, I could focus more on it full time. So one of those was called West at Home. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but it was West at Home, and I was just basically a order capturer, if you want to call that, a customer service rep. Customers that was calling in, watching infomercials on Saturdays, they were calling in, placing orders. I was taking the orders, okay. And also, I did another one called Live Ops, where I was taking orders for Pizza Hut. People were calling in from across the globe with Pizza Hut orders. I was taking orders for Pizza Hut. That was fun. And also, I was a medical records retriever. Okay, and that is, I was calling around to different doctor offices, getting medical records for insurance companies. All of this was fun to me. It was fun work, but at the same time, I felt like God was developing me into being my own boss, because with most of these positions, you are considered an IC or an independent contractor, where you're working on your own, you're your own boss, you set your own hours. Um but the only thing is, you're still working under a company. Okay, but you have to pay your own taxes. All of that. It was just a blueprint of where God was about to take me. Okay. And I want you guys to keep that in mind, that, on your journey, God will teach you useful skills that you will need for your future self. Okay. That's where I was at that point. Okay. I was learning firsthand customer service skills. I was learning how to have patience, because those people calling in, they were worrisome. Oh my God. They were worrisome. They call in smacking, eating in the phone. You couldn't make out what they were saying. It was just, okay. I had to learn how to be an active listener. Okay. I had to learn about time management, discipline. I had to learn to discipline myself. Do you know how hard it is to work from home when you could just lay in the bed? Your office is just down the hall. It's so easy to sit there and lay in the comfort of your bed. And at that time, I had two small children. I had to go and drop them off at daycare, come back home, get back to work. It wasn't no all pleasure. Yeah, I'm working from home, but I'm working. Like, seriously. So I had to develop a sense of discipline, a sense of accountability. No longer was an employer telling me when to come to work. Like I told you guys, I could make my own schedule. So if I tell, this company, hey, I'm going to show up at 9 o'clock, they were expecting that of me. And I showed up. Like, I had to develop a sense of accountability. I had to, discipline myself to work the full shift, not log out. It was so easy to do that. Not, give the rest of my shift to someone else, because you're working from home. It is so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So during this season, guys, I think God was prepping me for entrepreneur skills. He was prepping me to develop and apply customer service skills, because he knew way down the line that, this is what you're going to need. This is your on the job training right here. This is what you're going to need. So stick this out so you can show me that you're ready for what I have for you. And I stuck it out, guys. I did it for maybe about 2 years, I think, at the most. Okay. So at the end of that 2 years, guys, I started working at the post office. I had a friend that was already at the post office, and she told me that it was an opening, around the town that I was living in. So she was like, apply. Who wouldn't want to apply for the post office? It's a federal job, pay good money. The work I felt like I could handle, and I did. So I applied, passed the test, got the job. Guys, I absolutely loved the job. Okay, and I was there for the next 3 years. Um, and that's why I think, like, that is where my access started to kind of unravel for me. Okay, at the end, guys, well, no, midway, I told you guys, midway, that's when I started, I think, my cleaning business. Okay, you have to pay attention to your attractions around you. Okay, what do I mean by that? Pay attention to the things that you're naturally drawn to, or supernaturally. Pay attention to your desires, your talents, what you're passionate at, what you're gifted in. A lot of us are multi-passionate. A lot of us are multi-gifted. I promise you, if you really sit back and study everything that you have, going on connected to you, it is a core denominator. I'm sorry, a common denominator out of all of those things, and that is your access. Okay? What was my access? First of all, what is access? I think God gives us access to experiences and connections to fulfill his dream for us. Okay? It's just firsthand experience that you're going to go through that's preparing you for that next season of your life. Okay? So what was my God-given access? It was addresses. Addresses, y'all. Pay attention. Didn't I tell you guys when I was working from home, I was capturing addresses? When I moved to the post office, guys, I had to learn neighborhoods. I had to learn street addresses. I had to learn streets, different roads, different towns. I was now delivering to addresses. When I started my house cleaning business, I was now servicing addresses. Oh my goodness. So I went from capturing addresses to delivering to addresses to servicing addresses. Do y'all hear me? Oh my goodness. Look how God just unravels his plan for us. You have to pay attention, guys. Pay attention to what is going on around you. God will drop clues. He's constantly dropping clues for us. You know what I'm saying? So that is just my thing, guys. I felt like God was telling me in that season, or trying to see, if I can trust you to be a boss, if I can trust you to be your own boss. How can you be the boss of someone else when you can't even, have your own right now? You can't even be your own boss. My grandmother says all the time, a lot of things you will not understand until you look back in hindsight. And she is so right about that. Me looking back, guys, during that season when I was laid off, it pushed me into a season of development. It pushed me into a season of being molded into an entrepreneur, learning business skills, learning customer service skills, everything that I would need to know now in this time in my life. And let me tell you guys how things circle back around. You guys are going to laugh at this. But this is how my God works, okay? This same credit union God that handed me the pink slip, I hand them an invoice every month. Okay? And I'm not saying that to brag, but the word of God says that he will restore what the cankerworm. Oh my God. I'm about to get up and dance. But guys, just look how things come back full circle. Okay? I now service them as a client. My grandparents clean there twice a week. Okay? So I don't know, guys. It's just favor, I guess. Favor. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's just my story time for today. I just wanted to make sure you guys understand access. Okay. Pay attention to the people that you're connected to. Pay attention to the jobs that you have. Okay. Pay attention to your gifts, your talents. Everything connects. That is the title of my video, Connecting the Dots. Guys, sit down, take some time and connect the dots in your life. And I guarantee you, it's going to pinpoint you somewhere. It's going to place you in a direction that God is trying to get you to go down. Like I told you, for me, it was addresses. Oh my goodness, it was addresses. Okay? And I'm not trying to be like this super spiritual person, but, the word of God says, that he speaks to us in mystery sometimes. Some things are, they are hidden for a certain time, and then they're like revealed to us over time. He said he would give us treasures in hidden places. Like, You know what I'm saying? So, you guys just take that and chew on. I hope that this has been a blessing for you. Okay? But yeah, keep the faith, guys. I'm telling you, hang in there. Entrepreneurship is a blessing. Okay? I know I come up here a lot and I kind of, sound on the defense about it. That's because I'm very passionate about what I do. I enjoy what I do. And I just don't like when the devil come in trying to stick his head and stuff. That really frustrates me. And it sends me to a place where, you know, I just got to fight on my knees. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in today. And we will see you back, if God is willing, on the next video.